What's up, guys? Shane and Alex here, back in the podcast realm, and today we're going to be talking about merch.
Merchandise.
Big deal. Merchandise.
I can give some tips on this one.
What merch doesn't do for you? Like merch helps you across the board. Social media, it gives you tons of extra hype and stuff like that. At the live show, you've got your merch table set up. Helps you look more professional by having a good one. You know what I mean? Giving people something to offer, making you some money.
This day and age, man, there is no reason why any artist, any genre, there's no reason why they don't have shirts.
Yeah, some type of good merch table.
I would say, if you don't have if you don't want to do CDs, like do shirts.
And if you don't want to do CDs, you're being cheap.
Yeah,
because
but there's other ways. Dude, like if people had USB sticks or whatever, like you can get some pretty cheap ones on Amazon.
Yeah, you can buy in bulk. There's lots of places around that'll sell customized USB sticks.
Do a download card.
Whether the USB sticks will actually come preloaded is another story. But I know that there's places to get them. And at that point, I mean, if you only have to go through 30 or 40 of them to do them yourself, how hard is that? To sit at home and just plug one in, drag and drop a file, plug a next one in. You could, hell, with my shit laptop, I could do 3 ports at a time.
Yep.
Right? So there's no excuse anymore to not have good merch. The price point is extremely affordable now for merch, especially if you're buying in bigger quantities too. I mean, you know that more than me. You did a lot of our ordering through the websites and all that kind of stuff. So
I think merch is one of those things where you can like really just get super creative with it and just give people like a little bit more, you know, and for less. Because like there's tons of different ways that you can get really super niche with your things and get really creative and just like give people something to remember the show by. I think that's an important thing to.
I think there's 2 different sides of merch in my opinion. There's your promo side of merch, and there's your make money side of merch.
Oh,
I mean promo. So like. Promo side to me is your business cards, right? Your stickers, your buttons, kind of stuff that's relative low cost, but also doesn't really make you that much money or sell that well. But they're really great promo pieces for you.
Have you sold a business card?
All right.
They're usually giveaways though.
Yeah, or that business card could also be your sticker or your download card as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think that's something like, what would you say are like the 3, as a starting band, would be like 3 of the main things people need for merch?
CDs, shirts, and stickers.
And what if they don't have a CD out yet? What would they be that 3rd piece?
Oh, then replace it with business card.
So business card, stickers, CDs then.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
Oh, sorry. Business card, stickers, shirts, not
shirts,
CDs. Yeah. I would agree with that.
I would say that you need shirts because they're the only thing that's going to make you money once you sell
legit money.
piece. Yeah.
And the first thing that people are going to want to buy is a shirt. Even if they don't really like the music, they'll buy a shirt if they're your friend, right?
If the shirt is dope.
Yeah.
I bought shirts that are dope, and I did not like the band.
Most. Yeah. Not most of my shirts at home, but like,
them on blast
I've got
now,
a bunch
bro.
of stuff at home that like I'm picky about what I like. So if I like something, I'll just buy it regardless whether it's a good band or not, or whether I've even heard of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you can have like a good price on the shirt or like a deal or something.
If you do have a CD out and you've got the shirt, price the CD at something where you pretty much are gonna want to buy the shirt to get the free CD with it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like we priced our CDs at $10, but if you bought a shirt for $20, you got a free CD with it. So pretty much everyone just bought a shirt and a CD, right? So and anyone who didn't, it was just like, are you sure, man? You could just spend $10 more and get the shirt. So and then that gives you an option of maybe giving that person a $5 deal and they feel like they got hooked up or something like that, right? So
I think that's actually a good thing to touch on too. That getting hooked up feeling.
Yeah.
Because like
maybe getting that free sticker that says it's $1 on the table, but he's like, hey, take a couple stickers, right?
Yeah. And I mean, we had relatively low prices for all of our merch
all the time
compared to what other people had, and we always tried to offer a little bit of a deal. We needed like
I wanted the bundle.
I think what it was really mostly was just being able to talk to the people that were like looking to buy something from you. I think that's a really important thing. That's like so lost on a lot of bands. Like, you know, you're not just like at a trade show booth or something where you're just kind of hanging out or no, sorry. I actually want to take that back. You are more like you're at a trade show booth rather than, you know, working at like a Zoomies or something where you're just like, can I help you with something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is like a salesy thing, but it's more of like
I see what you're saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's more of like a friend recommending something to a friend.
And the idea of a trades booth where you're there to promote your product, not just to sell something in the store. You're saying, hey, welcome to our booth, our sales booth. You know what I mean? Let me show you what we have to offer personally, kind of thing. Yeah. And even in that same boat, just being much more approachable and being interactive with people that are kicking around. And if someone comes up and is just wondering, hey, how's it going, kind of thing, you know what I mean? Let me know if you want to look at anything or if you have any questions about prices. Or and then once they're there, you offer them that free stuff right off the hop.
Yeah.
If you come up to a merch table and someone's like, yeah, free, take a free sticker, take one of our cards. They're like, oh, cool, yeah. And they'll just take the free thing right away just because it's free. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, I want free swag.
Like, I'm going to remember that band. And the thing is, like, lots of people, like, they have laptops that they like to throw their stickers on or like, you know,
skateboards.
Skateboards. So many things.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even think of all the things.
The amount of people that take the free stickers at Sunrise is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's every single person that gets that knows that they're free and like wants stickers is like, yeah, I'm diving straight into that free sticker bin. Yeah. And they're friggin' elbow deep looking for stuff.
Yeah, man. It's like I suppose like patches. Back in the day for like those
the classic kind of yeah
like that was probably like a really big thing. You know, I didn't do any research on this, but
yeah, it's not so big now because we don't really have the vests and stuff anymore, right?
Or sewing machines.
Yeah, people that I do know of people that still do the patch thing, but a lot of them are into a different kind of metal genres and stuff like that too, because it's still a little more dominant there. Well, and then how often do you see a band print them? You know what I mean? I couldn't even tell you the last band that I saw.
They're like
had
embroidered,
patched, yeah,
not printed. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Embroidered's so expensive though. That's where I'm trying. That's why I'm trying to get there. Yeah, because it's so expensive to embroider something.
Yeah, look at toques, right? Toques get a little up there because of the embroidery, and then some of them are just like they take a patch and they just sew it on the toque because that's the most efficient way to do it, right?
So they double up.
Yeah,
I think. I think though, bands can get really creative with their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we were smart about it for our second album for Infinite. We threw them in the DVD cases that we did them ourselves, right? So. That was that extra niche where it looked like you designed it to look like a PlayStation game. So that was an easy sell off the bat. It was a talking point at the table and stuff like that for anyone who thought it might be a video game or a DVD. It's like, hey, no, that's our new album. There's a poster inside because that was, and then there again, we threw a poster in there to get that extra upsell, right? And then I think maybe those cost us $5 total to put together.
I'd go with more like three.
No, I think it was because it was about $2 for the CD.
Oh, the CD.
And then
okay. Yeah, then we're at $5.
Yeah, so it would have been maybe $5 to put together, and we sold them for $10 all day long, right? Yeah. And then we would same thing. We'd bundle it with a shirt, and they would get a deal, kind of thing. So
they looked like value.
Yeah. So it was value as a niche thing. It was a talking point. It worked out down the road because now they sit awkwardly out compared to all other CDs if it's in your CD pile and stuff. So.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I really liked that idea actually, and I'm a little surprised that like I haven't seen it again, you know. But it would be really cool. Yeah, I think, and like I wouldn't even be mad. That's the thing.
If somebody
I would just
did
be
the same
like,
thing,
wow, that's so awesome. Because I think it'd be awesome
works,
to,
right?
to be able to buy one of those and just be like, wow, okay, like look, I'm walking out of a show with like a DVD case, like what's going on? And it's nice because they're bigger and they're just like, I don't know, they're just different. And they still fit like your game.
Yeah, you could
shelf,
put it in your
right?
game shelf
so
if you needed to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could also go down the route like a couple of the Toronto bands did like the knockoff Raptors logos, knockoff Leafs logos, knockoff Blue Jays logos, right? So, I mean, It might have just been Structures that did all three of those, but now that I think about it. But you know what I mean? There's options of going for some knockoffs like that. We did the Coors Light Lost Light logo, right?
Yeah,
and that sold well for us right off the hop. So as silly as it sounds, Ocean Cure's got a Wendy's one that they did.
Oh, of course they would. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, so there's cool little niche things you can do like that and kind of copy somebody else's stuff to kind of get your own brand across and stuff like that, right? So, it's about finding something that'll set you apart from everybody else. That's maybe not just the actual t-shirt design. You know what I mean? There's lots of design work that you want to go for that looks clean and with the time, so that it may get bought from like the wider range of people and stuff like that. And then you've got things that just look cool that people will dig. Like we did that Bug Wars one that you made, which
don't even reference that one.
See, you hate it, but like it was a cool design, right? It was very unique, and you didn't see anything else like that around. It was like very like old school Japanese Rampage looking thing.
Well, it's like
and
Pokemon.
It was neat. Yeah. No, it wasn't like Pokemon, but
there wasn't anything dramatic about it. That's what I didn't like.
But it was neat and it was different, and people dug that. So it was about offering maybe something that everybody else isn't offering. You know what I mean? Or we did a shit ton of colors for that one run, so people were like, "Cool, look at all the colors."
Yeah.
Gave us an opportunity to promote that on social media. So not only is the merch itself cool, but it gives you an opportunity to post about it, get that extra bit of traction as well.
Yeah. I think that's a missed opportunity. A lot of people don't take is that social post. You
already have cool things. You might as well promote the crap out of them.
Yeah. And you can do it all on, you can just do it on your phone and stuff. Well, that's a whole other topic, but just like getting the whole production value thing.
Yeah.
I think it looks really cool though, just even on your own, when people know exactly kind of what your merch is, like what you're bringing as far as
they know,
no pun intended, but what you're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
The merch table.
How many times have we posted like, "Hey, we just got sweaters." People like, "Yeah, I want one. Yeah, I want one." Right. That's happened to us tons of times.
Yep.
Yeah, I want that colored shirt. I want this thing.
Man, if we made a post now, it would happen a few times. There's like, there's just got to be, people just got to know that this thing's happening.
Create the hype. Yeah.
So if you like pictures of your merch table, pictures of your merch, just a design, even if you just upload a design, get your whoever you've hired, or if you've done it yourself, like as a designer to show off kind of what you've worked on. And
because don't most of the CD printing companies give you like a mock-up of what your CD is going to look like beforehand anyway?
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, I mean, it's not like a mandatory thing or anything, but the good ones will do that.
Yeah, so you already have an idea what it's going to look like. You can use that for a promo to sell it.
There's ways for like people to figure it out just with basic Photoshop and things like that. If you have the opportunity for those, you can make mock-ups really, really easily. But it's like it kind of comes down to, being more into the social media and that side of the game, right?
Yeah, being resourceful about it as well, and being willing to go out there and put the work in to get that extra little bit of promo.
Yeah, and you can do something. So another great idea for if you're like kind of in between some things or like you don't really know what will sell and what won't, you can simply make a poll on Instagram.
Yeah.
Which do you like better?
Yeah.
We will then begin to stock whatever you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that with pretty much even your merch design before you print it too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Which do you like better?
Yeah.
You guys want hats or do you want toques or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's quite the opportunity to add things like fanny packs. So like if you're like a festival kind of band or
Yeah, fanny packs huge. Yep.
There's
visors.
Yeah. You got tons of different options, man, and they're kind of like if you just know what you're going for, I think you can really make some really cool ideas if you just sat down with it and thought about it. Because really, printing your logo on things is not as expensive as you think, and you don't always have to go with the generic like black T-shirt.
And the other thing too is like look at there's literally so many options. Like we get delivered a pamphlet every week at Sunrise that's like put your business here, and it's just like in that pamphlet it's got visors, it's got toques, it's got keychains, it's got water bottles, it's got literally everything that you can think of in a blank version that you can put your logo on.
Yeah. Was that like for imprint?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't even know what the place is, but I just get this every week. We get like the little page of what they're promoting that week.
Right.
So there's no excuse for bands not to be able to pull up that website and be like, we want to make keychains this week, or we want to make bracelets this month, or we want to do. You know what I mean? They're all affordable. The water bottles are only like $11 each, including your logo. You know what I mean? You could sell those for $20 all day. It's the same price point of what a T-shirt would be, or something like that. You know, maybe you only get 20 of them instead of 100 or some crap, and you sell through them. When you do another order, right?
Yeah,
that was one thing that we did earlier on, is we went bulk all the time, right?
Right.
Which was great for our price point. We always made our money back, but then we would sit on stuff for a while and sit on stuff. So
hard,
very hard, yeah. But then we would, instead of paying $11 a tee, we would only pay $7 a tee, right? So our margins were huge because of it, or a lot better, I should say. But you sit on stock, so it all depends on how much you're really doing.
Yeah, but the best thing we ever did was when we started taking the offcuts of shirts, and we had like only one printed of certain things, because it like gave that exclusivity.
Yeah.
So it was like it only came in this color and this size.
This is the only one it ever printed. Yeah.
All of the prints were the same, but it was only this color, this size.
Yeah.
And like you pretty much had to be happy with that. And we've like, some would think that like that's not the best way to do it, and like it's better to just have, we have so much variety, but really, like, if you're trying to sell to everybody, like, you're selling to nobody. You gotta it's really awesome when one person can be like, yeah, I bought the only one that ever existed of this thing. It's a novelty, right? And we never sold them at a higher price point, but I'm sure that you could potentially. But the best part about all of it was the fact that we were able to make a lot more on those items, be able to flip that back into buying more merch. So.
And we should also add, we were able to do those things because we were in direct contact with our printer. Yeah. Because we physically were there in his actual printing shop with him and being like, what do you have left over? What is here that we can go through? We can find all your leftover 1s and 2s and just print on them for an efficient price, because every single printer's got them. They've got, I ordered 5 extra of these just in case, or this one came with 2 extra and they only wanted, it was cheaper for me to order 6 than it was to order 4. So I just ordered 6 in and I have 2 extra. So there's always stuff lying around that you have the opportunity to use up, and they're extremely happy to have you come in and do that. So
yeah. And I mean, you can even get to that point where you're if you really,
the ice got me. It's so cold.
If you're really that type of band, and you can just go to Value Village and pick up a bunch of offcut shirts and try to print on them and make something else. Like, I mean, I remember seeing that. So there's this one like indie band that I went to see this one time. They played in a basement, and it was that they literally got, I know, she's going crazy up there. So we literally got like an old Johnny Cash t-shirt, and then they just did one of those like print of like iron on things. It looked like trash, but like, I mean, it worked. It was awesome. Like, it, and they could do that with anything. And when people get that, something like that, I think they were just giving them away for free too. I don't even think they were.
They're selling. They're just
they weren't selling them. There wasn't like a merch table spot, so like they didn't have anything to like show their stuff off or anything. And I think they were just like throwing them out into the crowd. And then it's just like, what a memory you would have though, right? Like, you're like, oh, this is like an old. And who knows? What if you're like a real fan of Johnny Cash as well? Like, it could be a cool, could
just
be a cool
neat
thing
to have it.
But just to know that is the one and only piece of merch that exists that looks exactly like that is amazing.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. As a fan, I'd want stuff like that.
Yeah, and it really helps you get that extra connection with your audience, because you give them more, you give them more of a piece of you in a way.
Yeah. Heck, when we gave I remember we gave this kid Brendan, he won a contest for us, and he got a free shirt. So I asked him what he wanted, and I was like, we have this exactly like that. We have this one long sleeve that's white with black sleeves. That was the only one that we had that got printed. Yeah. I was like, it's in this size. I know you want this, but I just wanted to give you the option because it's a one-off. And he jumped all over the one-off. He was like, yeah, I want that one. I don't care. I'll take that one. And I was like, cool, all yours, buddy. Yeah. Perfect. And he was so stoked on just that, because it was that one-off, and he was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I have that cool one. Not only did I win this contest, but I also got like a extremely limited edition. Like nobody can even buy this, let alone, you know what I mean?
And I mean, he must have like, I think that was like our only contest. Like
one of them, yeah.
I don't remember doing many others, but I remember that one because I remember loving that shirt too, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I almost wanted it for me.
Yeah,
it's one of those ones that almost stayed at the house, right?
Yeah,
we had a lot of merch like that though too, where we printed small quantities. We're like, I kind of want these for ourselves.
Yeah. This is actually a funny question. I think something that we can maybe wrap up on because we're looking pretty low.
Okay.
But this is like, so this has been a thing that's gone around the scene for quite some time, which is like bands of the, like if you're in that band, you don't wear that shirt.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing it change. I've been seeing people start to wear
their own band shirts.
Yeah, are you? What's
you know
your
why?
take
It's
on
because
it?
not enough of their friends are calling them the fuck out
No,
for it, like me.
Okay.
People aren't putting people on blast. When Jake sees me and he wears a particle shirt, he puts himself on blast because he knows I'm gonna get him. All right. And when you come over and you know I see you in a fucking sun shirt or something like that, I probably gonna put you on blast a little bit. All right.
Even though I'll have the tattoo forever.
I think that is because people aren't putting their friends on blast enough.
All right.
But it's funny too because you say that, and I've been watching a lot of the 85 South comedy show, and those motherfuckers wear their own hats, they wear their own t-shirts on stage.
Yep.
If they had their own condoms, they'd be wearing them on stage, okay? Under the pants, they just talk about it. They just randomly reach down and rip one off and be like, I got it on my dick.
Oh,
you know
my
what I'm saying? but
that's awesome.
so it's in that weird spot where it's, you know, I think it just looks tacky.
Yeah.
I genuinely think it looks tacky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
We already know that's who you are. You
Right.
don't need you to blatantly put it on your t-shirt and then I just look.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even like when I see rappers rep their own gear and stuff like that, I'm like, I don't know about that. You know, if it's your own brand that you have, it's an actual clothing brand, it's something different.
Oh yeah.
Because you're repping your brand as opposed to like a band.
Yeah. Well, you're
brands. You are trying to create that image. So if you represent that image, that's great. But then it's fans that are supposed to. You make the merch for the fans, for other people to buy. You know what I mean? You don't make the merch because you think it looks good, so you can wear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's very much like it's just weird.
Yeah.
I think it's weird.
Plus, I guess you're like wasting an opportunity to like support a friend's band where you could like really
wearing your own merch.
Give
You're
them,
that egotistical. You're gonna wear your own shirt on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could also say so. What was I getting at? So, the last thing that I just thought of that we'll actually wrap up on this point is how about bands that wear the same shirt while they're on stage? What's your take
all
on
the
that?
same shirt?
No. So like, well, yeah, maybe like it could be all the same shirt, or like two members are wearing the exact same shirt from like the exact same person or from the exact same band.
Well, that's just inevitable sometimes. I mean, we had that.
Yeah.
How many band practices?
I know,
and
but we
stuff
talk about it. We've talked about it.
About,
how we're like,
about
you're not
avoiding
wearing that shirt.
Yeah.
That's my shirt. Like you have to change.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the rule on that?
I think that's just about everyone having their own unique look.
Okay.
It's either everyone's wearing the same thing or maybe nobody's wearing the same thing, you know? Or it can't. Okay. If it's a certain band shirt that's out there and it's like a nice looking band shirt, you don't want to take your flow away from your buddy and just wear the same shirt. Unless it's that much of a joke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like right before the set, you all put on the same shirt as one guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's just a plain black shirt, it's a plain black shirt. Now you guys just kind of look the part, you know what I mean?
Of course.
I mean, there's tons of times that we almost all wore the same BA shirt, but like, I don't know. I think it would just look a little silly, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe if it's two guitar players wearing a BA shirt, then they match, or if it's, you know.
We match you.
Yeah, I guess there's exceptions to the rule, you know? Like, if me and J-Bones were both wearing the same shirt, it might be a little different because it's like front and back, you know what I mean? You have a bit of that visual cohesiveness and stuff like that, but it's in that weird spot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
When have you ever seen a big group or something that was designed or had some people that are dressing them where they dressed in the same thing? Never. Because you want that guy to stand out and be that person for those reasons. You want this person to stand out and be that for those reasons. You know what I mean? Okay. You want the front man to stand out, or you want the guitar player to stand out, or you want that, you know, someone to stand out or be in a certain position or look a certain way for whatever reason when it comes from that crazy extra spot of, you know what I mean, thinking, breaking it down to that.
Right.
That thing. So,
okay.
I don't know.
Well, I think
everyone's
that's
got their own opinions on it, though. Right?
Yeah, I think that's a good spot to wrap it up.
Cool.
Like we got like
merch, print it,
yeah,
all of it,
definitely.
Price it appropriately so it sells. Don't try and make
agree.
your stupid money.
Yeah, yeah, and
$30 for a shirt's too much.
Yeah, but like I mean, unless there's something to it that's very different, like
front and back giant print, maybe, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think like we could go on a little bit more about merch, but I just think it's really it's one of those things, like, don't discount it. If you're not doing merch right now, like, get on it. Do something, whatever it takes to get on doing some merch, because I think it's like the only way you can truly make a lot of money in this thing. It's the only way you can put any money back into the band. And I think, or into into your music, and it's a very a good way to connect with your fans as well, because that the whole just the whole relationship of the merch table to the audience and stuff, it's so there's that connection.
Yes,
and that stuff needs to happen. I think
merch is a bit of your middle ground
Yeah.
that you can connect with the fans on, where they come to you because they want something, and then you can get that extra little bit from them.
And it's
not money wise, I mean, either, but the extra bit of interaction. Yeah,
and that's the main thing for me, and mainly that's the most amount of times that I've been able to actually talk to people. It's either that or like immediately after you play off stage, and
and they come over and give you your good graces and stuff like that. Yeah,
that doesn't happen nearly as much. I think getting on, like, being at the merch table and being able to interact with people, that's number one. You end up learning so much about how much your music has changed fans and how much, like, it's done for them. So that's where I want to end.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Let's wrap it up.
Merch.
We'll hit them with this. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Take it easy.